It's no secret that vacation time in the US sucks. My Hijabi Globetrotter journey started in Madrid, Spain, where I taught English for 2 years. While living in Europe, I quickly realized that we are getting it all wrong here. So in the United States, we basically live to work, whereas in Europe and other parts of the world, they work to live. If you take a quick look at the graph here, you'll see that the US has the lowest vacation days per year with just 10 days. 10 days, guys, 10 days. Actually, let me be honest or generous, we do have 14 days per year, but still, that is nothing. You really can't do much in 14 days. And anyone that argues with me on that, you haven't lived yet. And not to sound privileged, but it is a fact. 14 days is so little time to rejuvenate and enjoy yourself, or really get to explore a country, especially if you love traveling like me. And honestly, when you work full-time, you want to use part of those days to rest sometimes, or to visit your family if you don't live in the same cities as your family or same state as your family. So this is why 14 days is not enough. Meanwhile, our neighbors on the other side of the pond get 30 days minimum per year for vacation time. So when you put it in that perspective, you're like, what the hell, America? What are we doing? I was lucky to experience a brief snippet of that lifestyle. Man, those were the good old days. So if you live in Spain or you work in Spain, you will know that the Spanish get a 1 month allowance per year of holiday or vacation time. And in addition, they also have like extra days for public holidays like Semana Santa and Puente. When I was working in Spain, one summer afternoon, I was like getting my check from my boss, and she gave me my normal salary, but I noticed that there was like an extra. I mean, I'm not always a perfect person, but I was like, why do I have an extra 1,000 euros? And she was like, well, this is for the holidays, so use that extra money to enjoy yourself this summer. And I was like, okay. So yes, we never get that in the US, you know, extra 1,000 whatever extra money for holiday. But in Spain, they do value that relaxation time and vacation, and they understand that people need to enjoy themselves. So remember what I said, they work to live, not live to work. So, what do Americans like myself who love to travel balance their passion with just 14 meager days? I'm a strong believer that where there's a will, there's a way. And the same applies to taking advantage of whatever holidays you do have in the United States. So although we have 14 days, we do have some federal holidays like Martin Luther King Day, Labor Day, Memorial Day, and few others if you're not exhausted. And use those three-day weekends to explore a neighboring city or a neighboring territory like Puerto Rico if you live in the United States. And you can use this mentality and apply this method for just about any field you work in the US. For example, if you work a 9-to-5 job, take advantage of your paid 2-week holiday, your 2-week paid vacation time. Apparently a lot of Americans don't use all their vacation days for some reason. What I'll tell you is that book ahead of time. Let your boss know that you're planning to take off a certain time of the year or month to travel, and you know, make some arrangements, whatever it may be. Also, like I mentioned before, take full advantage of the 3-day weekends during like federal holidays. You know, July 4th, guys, remember July 4th, Thanksgiving, those kind of holidays that we do have in the US. Ufoma, a travel blogger who has a 9-to-5 job in Canada, follows these steps. In fact, she has visited over 7 countries in 2019 while working full-time. Retail jobs. When it comes to retail jobs, you just gotta work hard, save a lot, and enjoy it all on your travels. I know people who work in retail that, you know, work 4 to 5 months, working very hard, grueling shifts, long hours, and then they take a month off to travel around the world. And then they will come back to the US and apply for another retail job. because honestly, you know this, there's always a retail job available, especially during the holiday seasons, Christmas time, Thanksgiving, and all of that. The theme of this is basically save, save, save. And this applies for any job. Whether you work a 9 to 5, you're earning 6 figures, always save, or you're working in retail, always save. Okay? And the same applies to me, even though I don't work in retail. That's why when people from the US ask me, Karima, how do you get to travel all the time? And I'm like, dude, how do you get to go to all these concerts, buy these expensive designer shoes or clothes, and go out all the time? It really is about priorities. And my priority is to explore the world. So when you do travel, make sure you have some kind of emergency fund, just in case for unforeseeable events. Teaching English is the best way to explore the world, earn money, and live like a local. That's the path that I did take, especially when I lived in Spain. And when I did come back to the US, I taught English online, which helped me save money and allowed me to pay off my debt. Afterwards, I traveled to Peru and I still taught English, still saving some money and earning some money. So in Peru, I met my college friend who was traveling around the world while working online. So there are a lot of people that are traveling smart, not just traveling and splurging and being broke all the time. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but that lifestyle can't last forever, so you have to start traveling smart. So if you're good at teaching English is an option to consider. Guys and girls, of course, this video is to show you that you can travel and earn money. And no, you don't have to quit your job. There are people I know doing this. People like Jules, who has a full-time job and manages to travel locally and internationally. Fran, the traveler who works in education and takes advantage of the summer holidays. Sally, who is a social media manager and travels around the world whenever she wants. So yeah, it is possible. These are just a few options, but there's even more. Click on the link down below for ways you can earn money while traveling. I hope you found this video useful. Thanks for watching. Bye. Hasta luego.